Is Reincarnated as a Sword just another isekai trash? Hey you guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Many of us are now probably wondering, is this good or terrible isekai rubbish? That is the question. Well, let's talk about it. With the release of Reincarnated as a Sword, Episode 1, the fall 2022 anime season may now be said to have begun in earnest. Now we are all aware that during each season of anime, there is a certain type of anime called isekai, or reincarnation anime, that airs. At this time, the majority of us have seen what works within this genre and what it has to offer. Yet, there are always bound to be some unexpectedly successful works. The title, Reincarnated as a Sword, pretty much gives away everything you need to know about the story. And we imagine that this is true for any kind of light novel series out there. This is just our utterly uninformed observations and general ideas on the series. We have no idea how the plot will resolve itself. Since they have already aired the first episode, what did you think of it when you watched it? Leave a comment with your ideas and let us know what you think. Let's discuss first on what the series is all about. The black cat beastkin, known as Fran, has been held captive for a number of years prior to the event that resulted in her encountering a talking sword that had emerged from the ground in the woods and set her free from her chains. Fran bestows the title Master upon the blade. The resurrected spirit of a person who formerly lived in our world is housed within the sword. Although, if we're being completely honest, the plot would have developed exactly the same way even if it were just a mystery talking sword. The reincarnation detail is pointless. In any case, Master acknowledges and appreciates Fran's intention to become more powerful and evolve, and he is eager to assist Fran in achieving her goal. You have to understand that the majority of beastkin tribes have the potential to develop into a more powerful form if they reach a particular threshold of power. But there is no record of black cat beastkin ever evolving. Fran wants to grow so that she may prove that her tribe isn't inferior and that she may give all of the persecuted black cat beastkin around the world hope for a better future. This show is generally following the standard, conventional formula in which it is practically that time I was reincarnated as a slime. This formula has been around for a very long time. The first half of the episode is practically just a montage of the character getting stronger and learning new sword techniques, which is something that you'll normally see in these kind of shows. For example, the first episode always begins with montage sequences that teach you about the character's abilities, what's going on in the world, what their idea of expertise is, and so on. I have a feeling that people are just going to immediately dismiss this program because it doesn't look like it's going to be anything fantastic. However, I don't really know what people know. I know what more people would expect at this point in time. After watching the first 3 episodes of a show, I feel like I have a very solid grasp on what the show is like overall, particularly if it's an isekai. If you look at the entirety of this first episode, you don't really get a good indication of the plot. Nor do you really get an overarching plot, something that really sets up the endgame goal like becoming a demon king. Nothing like that. You know there's a 3-episode rule. That's how you can really see if it's going to be good or not, because looking at the entirety of this first episode, you don't really get a good indication of the storyline. In addition, this causes you to speculate about the path the narrative will take in the future. It means that it is like a blank slate, which means that it can take any direction it wants, whether it wants to be more comedy-based or dark theme-based. And judging by just the first episode and the lack of censorship and all that, I'm going to assume that this is going to be a dark series. This is both a good and a bad thing. It means that it is like a blank slate, which means that it can take any direction it wants. Let's talk about the development of the main characters. So far, Fran is a typically stoic character, as if she has experienced a lot of stuff in life. The guy in the sword is merely acting in a regular manner, saying things like, "Hey, I'm powerful. I am back from the dead." That pretty much sums him up. There is nothing particularly remarkable about the characters, and they come off as being somewhat uninteresting. However, you shouldn't be too concerned about this because it's only the pilot episode. Perhaps things will improve later on. Before we go any further, make sure you click the notification bell so that you are notified when we upload new anime videos. You will have the choice to be notified for just one video or for all of them at the same time. If you are currently using your phone, make sure to head into the settings menu and enable the notifications feature. Are you psyched to see what happens next in this series? Or did you change your mind? I don't want to do anything to spoil your experience right now. However, I have a strong hunch that people will enjoy this series. I have seen some of them rating the show with nice remarks and good ratings, while others have rated it poorly and given it negative evaluations. With that, we have reached the conclusion of our video content for the day. I am grateful that each of you has been keeping an eye on things. If you found the video to be enjoyable, you should definitely subscribe to the channel in order to see more content like this. In the event that you found this video to be enjoyable, you might also find the following selections of our other videos to be of interest to you. Bye for now!